doing? This is Mike from Mike's Random Thoughts. So, this is just an off-the-top show update, basically. So, the season is already starting off kind of rocky. A while ago, I actually stopped doing Spotify and YouTube for a while. Now, at first, I just started off with Spotify, and then later on, I moved on to just stopping going to YouTube as much, like doing a podcast, uploading videos, and etc. So, the reason behind this is I was actually hoping to get the censorship and bans and all the restrictions to get lifted before the 2024 election got started. So, during this time, I kept my blog going, however, on Facebook, Instagram, Truth Social, etc. However, a couple of weeks ago, my pages started getting censored again. Even my YouTube channel, it was an older video, but it got hit as well. So even though I wasn't really podcasting or even doing anything really, they were still hitting with the channel strikes and restrictions and etc. So during my yearly Spotify and YouTube wrap up, I noticed some interesting kind of things about my show. Now, that actually kind of happened in my absence. Now, I want to give out a huge shout out to Norway. The reason being is that was the #1 country that actually streamed my show. Now, also, what it did was it provided me a way to see what my listeners' interests are, such as what they were listening to in music, what they were looking at, what kind of shows they were listening to. This is actually gives me something to actually think about with this upcoming season, like what direction do I want to take it to? Or what direction do I want to go to, so to speak. Now, before I go on any farther, really, let me just say that I'm already having issues with my equipment. And for those that know me know exactly what I'm talking about. So never before, let me just say this, never get locked out of your Apple account. They are actually more secure than a freaking credit card companies. Let me just say that. Security-wise, anyways. I'm having all kinds of issues trying to fix this. Like, evidently, I got some kind of glitch. And this glitch, for going on almost a month, they just can't seem to figure it out. Like, and you're talking, I've gone round and round with the customer service on the phone, etc., letting them do this, letting them do that. And basically, long story short of it, it all ended up being just buy a spare device. And when you do, then we can fix the one that, you're currently using. Which translates to just buy another one, is the way I look at it. So basically, I'm operating with whatever I can get my hands on, basically. Now, this is also due to battery issues. It's dying extremely quick. So, as the kids say, though, it is what it is. So, I'm just decided that I'm going to go ahead and move forward with whatever I can do, whenever I can do it. So, I've actually been watching a lot of what's been going on globally, meaning the global news and even my own country, U.S. news. The whole time during my absence. And I mean, I'm talking, listening to podcasts, and I'm just pacing back and forth, screaming at the TV as if I was watching a sports game. So naturally, I actually have plenty to talk about in this upcoming season. Now, I've already begun doing research into my next special. Now, this special that I'm doing is going to be on smart cities. Now, I haven't figured out a title yet for it. However, I was going into... it will be going into the ink I used is kind of messed up, but it will be going into the pro and cons of the smart cities. In fact, let me just say that my oldest son, he's really big into like space and technology and, all that kind of stuff. And while I was doing research, I was watching this Oxford special on smart cities. And he was just so happened to be eating at the table. And he said, please do me a favor. Don't just make it technology bad, because it sounds like this is just saying technology is bad, and whatever you're doing, don't just say technology is bad and you're against it. So I am actually including, and like I told him, I'm including the good side and the bad side. And believe me when I tell you guys, there are some really cool features in these smart cities they're coming up with. There are actually some really cool ideas. It's not all bad. I mean, I saw some really good ones I'm going to go into in a minute. However, my question is, once it's all mixed into reality, it does have some bad aspects to it. Um, just saying, throwing that out there. And I'm actually going to add a lot of bonus features naturally because it is a special. When I say I'm doing a podcast special, my long term listeners know that I include a lot of bonus features, clips, documentaries, music, even, things like that. So, I'm also actually looking into 2 other episodes right now. Toying around with the ideas for them, anyways. Although I can't really go into much detail about them just yet. So I am planning. In the meantime, I am actually planning on jumping on some different friends of mine's different podcast shows and streams that they do. So at this point, though, it is just a matter of time of whenever I can do that because I'm having major issues with my equipment. I can use it and it dies like that. So, also, I will be covering the election to my best ability that I can, just like I have been since it started, including Davos. So, I've already been posting different election articles, poll examples, like poll numbers, on my Facebook, True Social, Instagram, and Twitter account. Now, meaning, yes, the show, we will be talking about politics as normal and always global news as always. If you're familiar with my show, Mike's Random Thoughts, I always have talked about global news and politics. That's why I wanted to include that. So, to my fellow Christians out there as well, a lot of you I've been networking with off and on, I am thinking about doing some Christian episodes as well, and I'm looking for ideas for these. Now, I'm toying around with 2 of them, and they're actually unique, ideas actually. 2 different people, and I haven't decided which one I'm going to do it. But it will be on like a history piece, basically. For those that aren't believers, just look at it like a history piece on 2 historic figures. And also, as always, you guys feel free to leave comments on any of my social media platforms, on anything I post, videos, clips, articles on my blogs, anything. And if you want, you could also message me directly. More than likely, your best bet is going to be the Facebook Messenger. I think recently, if everything went right, I should have the button on my Facebook blog page. That way, you could actually click that, and it'll take you directly to my show messaging, the show messenger side of it. So I could be able to get back to you that way. And I do this so I'm always curious to see what my listeners are into. So throw me an idea what you would like me to see me cover, kind of thing. Now, I am toying around with the idea of a live episode. Naturally, I mean, we have the United States election going on. We have Davos going on. There is just a lot of things happening right now. So, yes, naturally, I do want to do a live episode. Now, as always, whenever I decide to do that, I will post show links as to all my social media pages. There is a reason for this. I normally have a friend of mine help me out whenever I do a live show, so I'm going to be reaching out to him and see what's happening. So let me just say this though. 2020, if you thought 2020 was a crazy year, 2024 is already starting out crazy, and you can't even deny that. There is just so much happening. I mean, it doesn't matter where you look at. You turn on the news, it doesn't matter where you look at, whether it be politics, whether it be global wars or social movements or social issues, even in true crime. The amount of court cases that's going off right now, I mean, things are just popping off. Every direction that you look, it's just popping off somewhere. So there's just absolutely an insane amount of things happening in every which direction. You could throw a dart and hit something. So, hold on one second. Let me see where I was at. I want to throw this out there because I threw this out there last year. I talked a lot about Davos, and I posted a lot about Davos, and there was a reason why I did that last year. Let me just say this. You need to be looking into Davos 2024. Just like I said last year, the reason being... Sorry, hold on one second. Now, the reason being for that is they love to talk about what they want to see happening. So these global leaders, they come together, they basically have a big boardroom meeting, and they discuss the issues of the day. What their countries would like to see happen, what they want to see happen, who's what, who's funding who, and that whole freaking thing. So it's worth looking into, because anything that's going to happen, they're most likely talked about at Davos. And a lot of these rich people, they love to count on the fact that majority of people don't know about Davos, and majority of people don't want to talk about Davos. Even the people that do know about Davos don't want to talk about Davos, and they know it. So the global leaders basically tell us what to expect, okay, at this meeting. So naturally, I am paying very close attention to it, and I am posting numerous different articles about it on all my different blogs, including Instagram, my show Instagram page, which is a number 5 account, I believe. But anyways, there's numerous war conflicts happening, and there is numerous different terrorist group. A lot of old terrorist group. I don't know if you noticed this or not, but they're starting to reemerge. And in events that they're reemerging, there's even new ones on top of that forming. So we have the old ones, and now you have new ones forming. And this is happening at a very rapid rate. And it's not just happening in one country. This is happening in multiple countries across the globe, all at the same time. And they're surfacing. They love to post their little video clips to like the different social media and all that kind of stuff. So they're very fond of boasting about what they want to do. So you need to keep that in mind. So naturally, being the fact that all this stuff and then some is happening, I will be, talking about a lot of different issues. And I do look forward to actually trying to stopping by different Friends shows. As I said earlier, that would be like Dirty Water Jones, Nothing, Waterbug, Stoner Van Houten, Dana, Malice. The list goes on. And just seeing what everybody's been what's been going on and how everybody's doing, kind of thing. That's where you're going to find me, just being myself out and hanging out and just talking to people, with just how I am regularly. But however, due to battery issues that I'm facing, again, I don't know when that will be, because the thing is we all live in different locations. So, and some of us even live overseas. So you never know when one of us is going to be live, is my thing. So it just depends on time, and it depends on my battery issue whenever they do go live. If I have enough battery power whenever they go live, then most definitely I'm going to try to jump on and just see what's going on with everybody, see how everybody's doing. So with that said, it's been kind of like, it's currently up in the air, as they say, when that would actually be. Now, you can expect me actually, like as I keep saying, and the reason why I bring this up is they're actually censoring my different blogs. So you can actually expect me to be posting on those blogs still. So you might not see it. You actually have to go directly to the hashtag Mike's Random Thoughts, or go directly to the show page to actually see it majority of the time. Because if you're just like scrolling through, you're really not going to see it, from what I understand. So you can be expecting another off the top episode. I already have a couple that I'm thinking about doing. Off the top episodes for my new listeners are my episodes that are anywhere between 10 and 30 minutes long. They're the shorter episodes, and they're normally just like what the title says. They're off the top. I just wanted to jump on and say something real quick. So again, I can't stress this enough. I am currently researching for that show special. It's a big one. So there's going to be a lot of information into it. I've been researching for around 2 weeks on that now. So I'm planning on getting around to writing down something, all my research material and all that, so I can start structuring it. I'll be releasing more material on that and the title closer to time whenever I finish all the research. So, in the meantime, these crazy times, these crazy days that we're living in, and are fast approaching, there's 4 things you should be focusing on. And I call these the 4 pillars of happiness, okay? That is faith, health, family, and friends. Now, these are the 4 pillars of happiness. Is ultimately the 4 things that these globalists actually want to destroy. Because those 4 things right there, they can't be bought. Those 4 things right there cannot be bought. And that's the reason why the globalists, meaning the ultra wealthy and elitists, That's why they try to destroy those four things, because like I said, it's health, family, and friends, and your faith. They don't like those because they can't control them and they can't buy them. Okay, they're absolutely free and they can't be bought. So you need to be focusing on those four pillars. Again, those four pillars are faith, family, friends, and your health, because they can't be bought and they can't take over because of that. It's absolutely free and they can't stand it. So focus on those things, because they're going to try to distract you from focusing on those things. And you literally see it every single day. When you turn on the TV, what do you see? It's what I've been talking about throughout this whole podcast episode. War, famine, disease, all of that. That's what you're going to see. It's driving you away from the focus of those four pillars, however. No matter what I talk about, no matter what I cover, I will always go back to telling my listeners, focus on those four pillars. No matter what you have going on in your life, keep those four pillars crucial to whatever you're doing. Because like I said, there truly are priceless. And if you've ever lost your family, or you've lost your friends, like a group of friends, then you know what I'm talking about. Or if your health that suddenly just took a dip for the worse, you know what I'm talking about. And faith, people's faith wears and it wears down. I'm a Christian, and it does happen, and I see it with numerous others' faiths as well. I mean, I went to school for anthropology, so I'm talking about all faiths, and that's why I said faith when I included the four pillars, because it's crucial to your mental health. It's also crucial to your physical health, because the two are intertwined. I could go into talking about that sometime too, about how those are intertwined to your actual physical health. So, with all that said, I'll be seeing everybody very soon. I don't know when, again, I'll be able to pop up. I do have, like I said, I got the research going on for the series special. And I have two others that I'm working on as well. I'm kind of I just have to decide on what I'm going to do. And which one of those am I actually going to do after the series special? Because I already decided on the smart cities. I just have to decide on the title and finish the research material and structure it. And my long-term listeners, you know what that means. And then I'll move on to my other episode. Now, I do have off-the-top articles that I'm planning on bringing to my podcast platform as well. So you guys can expect some off-the-tops coming your way, just like you did today. I know it's been a while. I took last year off, basically, to, like I said at the beginning of this, I was hoping to get the censorship and get, like, the shadow banning and all that lifted off my accounts, so that by election I'll be free and clear and just able to go about doing whatever I'm doing. However, they already started censoring again, and they've already started trying to shut down accounts again. And I figured, since they're already doing that, you might as well just do what you can when you can. It's just like with my devices issue. I'm utilizing it currently. I'm doing what I can when I can. I figured you got to move forward. You can't just sit around and do nothing. So, and I'm one of those people. I'm energetic. If I'm sitting around, I guarantee you I will be driving people up the wall. If I have to sit still somewhere for a long period of time, you better believe that I'll probably be driving some people up the wall. It's just not, I'm an active person. I got to be moving around. But with that said, this has been Mike's Random Thoughts. Everybody, I hope you guys have a good afternoon. Right now, where I'm at, it's actually freezing cold. This past week, we've actually been down to, I think, -4 degrees at one point. Right now, we got wind chill going on that's like in a 19 degrees range. I don't know, something like that. Some Arctic wind that's going on that, I mean, you can feel it to your bones. So, with that said, everybody, I hope you guys have a great day. It's about 19 minutes in. So next time you guys see me, hopefully it'll be for the podcast special or off the top. And like I said, I have already been reaching out to Malice, and we've already been talking. So hopefully you guys can expect a live special at some point. And I always say I'm hoping for sooner than later. But in this time and age that we're living in, where everything just seems to be happening at a rapid pace, I mean, I don't know about you, but it seems like I can't keep up with just daily routine stuff, because it just seems like time is flying by. Like, you wake up, you have your coffee, and then by the time you're done with your coffee, it's like, whoa, what happened to the 2 hours? It just flew by. It's just going, time is just soaring by. And then time management, I guess, is something that I'm actually working on right now because it seems like it's just flying by everybody. So, like I said, you can expect a live special, and you can expect that my next show special, which will be on the smart cities, and a couple off the tops in between. I'm trying to bring back the show because my plan last year didn't quite work out. So I guess just keep moving forward, right? So again, Mike's final thoughts. Everybody, hope you have a great night. I'll see everybody real soon.